You know, Chicago Shares is a very simple way for individuals to help someone on the street that doesn't take a lot of time, doesn't take a lot of money, but allows you to feel good about what you're doing and that you're actually being able to help someone else.
You buy Chicago Shares at a church or an organization near you. You give Chicago Shares vouchers to people in need on the street. And 3, they redeem them at a participating merchant for food or other necessities. And 4, Chicago Shares reimburses the merchant for all the vouchers he or she has collected.
Giving the person cash, I could never be sure what the cash should be used for. And I didn't want to support a drug habit, alcohol habit, or tobacco habit. So by giving the vouchers, I was able to be assured that they would be used just for food and non-alcoholic beverages.
It feels good. You feel like you're doing something to help somebody who has a real need. And also I think it creates a nice climate in a city, because if you see someone with his hand out or holding a plastic cup, you almost think, well, if I walk across the street I won't have to face him, or if I walk way around, you know, he won't bug me. But if you give him a voucher and you start chatting with him, it's just a nice atmosphere in the city, and more like a small town almost.
Since only 75 to 80% are ultimately redeemed, we have cash that we don't need to keep in our reserve accounts to reimburse merchants. So what we do is our board of directors has mandated that any so-called surplus cash be designated as grants to organizations that have at least some purpose that's similar to our purpose, to help the hungry poor.
I think what's really surprising is that a lot of times in today's environment, you know, a dollar doesn't seem to go very far. But when you're talking about someone who's hungry, or you're talking about the ability to have your dollar make an impact, whether it's to the individual you're giving it to, or whether that money becomes part of a donation Chicago Shares gives to another organization, it can make a tremendous impact on the lives of others. And it just starts out with a simple dollar.
Chicago Shares this year is celebrating its 20th anniversary, and we want you to come and help us. Help us celebrate our 20th anniversary, and also help us to keep on sharing with the hungry poor of Chicago.
Chicago Shares, celebrating 20 years. Let's keep sharing, all of us.